How's it going, guys? I'm Matt Thorpe. I'm the host of the Southern Wesleyan University Coaches Show. Today we have Coy Atkins, the head coach of the women's softball team. How's it going, Coy?
Going well. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here. Coy, you're brand new coach to SWU, coming with a lot of experience. What initially got you into coaching softball, though?
I grew up in a little farming community in northwest Florida called Alpha. It's a population of about 600 within the city limits. But there's one school there, and it's a K through 12 school. And so, playing basketball and baseball growing up, when I got done playing, I started coaching Little League Baseball. And just from there, the school wanted to start a middle school softball team. And that was some girls I had on my Little League Baseball team were going to be playing, so they asked me to do it, and I've been pretty much doing it ever since.
So, yeah, you've got 18 years of experience officially coaching, whether at the high school level or at the college level.
Right.
But some of those, you've coached at some pretty big programs, University of Southern Miss most recently, but also University of Florida and University of Arkansas. What's it like to coach at a big program like that?
I think coaching is coaching. It's about how do you instill confidence in young people. And there's different ways, there's different styles of doing that. But at the end of the day, it's all about how do you get someone to be the best they can be. And I think it's all about establishing confidence in them.
So that principle translate even to a small college. But what are some differences being at such a small college compared to those real large universities?
Well, one thing, the obvious thing is the budgets with the programs. But there's also, I want to be very clear about this too. There's also some advantages of being at a place like Southern Wesleyan where you can actively share your faith without, worrying about repercussions as liberal as the media is today. So I would say for every challenge that's possessed at a small university like this one, or this one in particular, this is the only one I've been at, there's probably two positives. So I think the positives outweigh the maybe shortcomings.
And from my understanding, that's one of the things that brought you to SWU was the excitement about the Christian community that we have here. Is that right? Yes,
and at the end of last season, I talked with my head coach, Coach Wendy Hogue, who's still at Southern Miss, who's also a strong Christian person, and we were instilling those same values in the program there at Southern Miss. And we talked and we discussed it, and she said you really deserve to be a head coach of a program, and if you do decide to move on, I wish you the best. So, I prayed about it, and I just really couldn't get at peace until I did decide to pursue, some jobs, and without a doubt, this is where the Lord would have me during this season of my life.
That's awesome. So you come in, new coach. What is it like as a new coach to make the transition within the program? You have players that were recruited by the previous coach, players that have been here. What's it like to try to make that transition as a team?
Well, again, whether the previous coach recruited some athletes, or the coach before the previous coach recruited some, or myself, all people just want to be loved, and it's all about that, and how do you go about getting the best out of each individual, and so that's the approach that I've tried to always take, and Our kids are bought into me 100%, even though, technically there's only two of them that were, have came here since I've been hired. I'm not going to say that somebody is so-and-so's player. They're all Southern Wesleyan's players, just like I'm Southern Wesleyan's coach. So, we belong to the same family, and it doesn't matter how you got here. It's just that you're here now, and we're all competing for the same purpose.
Right. So you're building this team atmosphere. You're getting people bought in. What does a fall practice look like? It's not your competing season. You're preparing for the spring. But what does a fall practice look like for you guys?
Well, we're not necessarily competing against other schools, but we try to compete every day. And honestly, we try to compete against the person and the team that we were the previous day. We just try to improve every day. I'm a big believer in simplicity. I think probably more games are lost than games are won. So we're focusing on just the simple things in every aspect of the game.
That's a neat idea, to focus on competing against who you were the day before. It shows on who you are as a coach too. So you're going into the spring. What's a primary goal? What are you preaching to your girls?
Well, you know, sports are meant to be, you know, entertaining. And, you know, I think our primary goal is to be entertaining for the community, for the university, faculty, staff, other students to come watch. So our primary goal is to be, you know, positive entertainment. You know, win-loss record, I mean, I want to win every game. But, you know, the likelihood of that happening is probably not very good no matter where you're at in any sport. But, yeah, again, we want to be entertaining, and we want to be something positive, some positive light that's shed on Southern Wesleyan University.
Well, I know we're all excited to watch you guys compete in the spring. We love what you're doing with the program, so thank you for joining us today.
Thank you
Wish
again
you
for
the best
having
of
me.
luck. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Be sure to catch us next time on the Southern Wesleyan University Coaches Show.